Hello, my dear friends, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for joining me here. These are your April readings. This April of 2022, I will be doing the Twin Flame Soulmate readings for each individual sign. I think that love is a very important matter right now, and so that's why we'll be looking into the normal Wednesday reading, the Twin Flame Soulmate Sacred Union Important Relationship. Doesn't have to be someone that you already know. It could be someone that's going to come into your life, right? Could be in the month of April. Timing is very difficult to pinpoint, but anyway, whenever you get to view this message, it will be important for you. Okay, on the 1st of April, which is a new moon in Aries, we are launching a new website, my dear friends. So why do we have a new website? It's like an upgrade. We've added, hello Agape, we've added more readings, more astrology-based readings, more options, and we also had some issues with the extended readings where people were not automatically getting their purchase. So that is another reason why we have set up, done a brand new website. I will be putting the link beneath the video so that you can visit the new website and check out the readings that are on offer. And I have been mentioning also that the personal readings will soon go on hold for a few months until I'm ready to start over again, as I'm needing to have a bit of a life maybe, and also catch up on things that I've got to do. So I will leave the that opening for personal readings for those that are on Patreon, because they do support Divine Debut, and I feel an obligation to be there for them. Those of you that have not joined us on Patreon, do consider it, as we still give 3 lucky winners a free tarot reading every month. So it's worth being on Patreon, and thank you for those that are already on Patreon. Okay, so also if you could check that you're receiving your notifications, because a lot of people have told me that they haven't been receiving the notifications. So maybe, I don't know, make sure that you're notified, maybe unsubscribe and subscribe again. Okay, that should fix the problem. If not, just punch in, on the keyboard. Check us out. Do a search for Divine Debut 11. Okay, for these readings, of course, we'll be extending these readings, as you know that love readings, we do go very deep. So we'll be using quite a few cards. Don't forget to watch your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, your Mars, and your North Node, if you feel so called to do. Of course, Venus is love, moon is your emotions, so the moon does relate to matters of love as well. Mars is more the masculine energy, and remember, we're all made up of yin and yang. Some of you divine feminines do have more masculine energy if you're a fire sign or an air sign, and of course it depends on your own personal natal chart, your personal identity, or what you've signed up for in this incarnation. For those of you that do not have your birth chart, you can always go to astro.com and fill in the form there, and you will have your birth chart, and you can keep it for your reference. If you have trouble doing that, you can always reach out to me and I can run your chart for you. Okay, through my email, so divinedebut11@gmail.com. It is for free. All right, my darlings, so we're starting off with Aries, and happy birthday, dear Aries, but also happy birthday to Taurus. Okay, as the month of April being spring in the northern hemisphere and fall and autumn in the southern hemisphere, it's a change of energies, it's a shift, right? It's like stepping into that new journey, just like the Fool does. And yeah, I think that's all I have pertaining to the announcements. I will be referencing some astrology. Stay with me until the end. I'll be talking about a little bit of the astrology, so where the important changes are happening, where there's more focal, there's more of a focus in which areas of your life individually, right, for each of the signs. And thank you for your support, those of you that will be supporting Divine Debut, either through Patreon or through the extended readings. And as I said, there are more readings on offer on our new website. But as I said, I don't know exactly when it is that I'll be putting them on hold. More than likely sometime in May. All right, so get your orders in, because as I said, I don't know when I will be back with personal readings, okay? Thank you so much for listening. Let's now go on to the readings. Hello, dear Sagittarius, and welcome to Divine Debut. Thank you for joining me here. This is Kathy speaking, and I hope that you have listened to the introduction, as we've got a few messages that we need to get out to you. Okay, let's see what's going on, dear Sagittarius, in April, which is a very powerful month with 2 new moons. One of them is a solar eclipse. Now, with your ruling planet moving through Pisces, where it's very happy to be in, this is it could be quite magical. The month of April could be very magical for you, dear Sagittarius. I will be extending this reading, and this is a twin flame soulmate sacred union, very similar to the Wednesday readings that we do here on Divine Debut 11. So we are going into the individual signs, giving everyone the confirmation information on what's going on in love, because love is very important, as Venus is delivering magical connections, truths about love. Okay, it's very important also for spiritual connections. Okay, spiritual connections. This could be someone that you have been dealing with, have had trouble with. This could also be someone that you are expecting to enter your life. Could be someone new that you feel you've known forever, dear Sagittarius. And as I said, I'm extending this reading. In the extended, we'll be taking a lot more cards, and we'll be looking into a bit of your astrology, in which areas of life the magic or the hardships will be happening. Remember, it's an eclipse month, 2 new moons, very powerful, especially after mid-month. The magic really begins there. So Sagittarius, dear Spirit, Sagittarius and love. Right now we're at the 4 of Pentacles, which is usually my Taurian card. It's a feeling of lack, holding back on your true emotions, worrying about getting your heart hurt, or someone's not communicating, that maybe they're in another marriage where they're unhappy. But pertaining to love, it does speak to being at a juncture maybe for a potential long term, because 4s always speak to home. Now, the obstacles, limitations could be from someone's home, from their family, their upbringing, anything like that. And that second new moon that we're having in on the 30th, today your reading is done actually on the new moon in April. So we're looking at an open wound, needing the courage to move forward on a new cycle. Lots to do with endings and beginnings. Okay, the eclipses are activated. So we're going to have another new moon, consecutive new moon in Taurus, which is very fated, okay, and very uncomfortable. Let's see where this relationship was in the past. What was going on then? Ooh. So it's got to do with a commitment, a long-term, could be in relation to a marriage as well. We see that on offer there was the Ace of Pentacles, which is commitment, marriage, let's move in together. But remember, it's a potential, and there's always free will. But that's 5 Pentacles again. I don't know if there's a big age difference between the two of you, or different beliefs. You come from different social standing, different social backgrounds, and maybe a big age difference in beliefs. Let's take another card on that Ace of Pentacles. Wow, dear Sagittarius. I'm wondering if you do business with this person, if you work with this person. We see a lot of potential, a lot of desire, a lot of action taken. There's a lot of a very, very strong sexual indication here, but a possible long term. Now, I don't know if this is 2 different energies. So we see the Ace of Wands, which could be you. Maybe some of you were not ready to settle, not ready for something long term. You could have been dealing with another earth sign, someone who was wanting something more long-term, more stable. Let's look at your side of the bargain. You are showing up as the King of Swords. I don't know, you could be the Queen of Swords. You can, logically, this is your side, but you can always flip the energies around. King of Swords, Aquarius, cold, dealing with legalities, someone very intelligent, someone very detached, someone who works for the law or in medicine, or an accountant. King of Swords could work for the government as well. I don't know. And King of Swords, Aquarius, right? That's where we know the challenges are happening in the sign of Aquarius right now, with Saturn being there. Venus has passed over already. And in the first part of April, Mars has come up to Saturn. Mars is, in front of Saturn. So that's like the limitations, the restrictions, the needing to find an intelligent way to overcome anything that's been limiting or stunting the growth of this relationship. I don't know if some of you are dealing with another Aquarius. I don't know. I get the energy of, as a matter of fact, is the King of Swords here. This is factual, this is true, this is not true. I'm not reading reversals. Let's take the other side. King of Pentacles. This could also be a same-sex relationship. So we've got, interesting, I usually team up the air with fire, which would be more you. And as I said, you may be dealing with another earth sign. King of Pentacles, very grounded, could be Taurus, could be Virgo, could be Capricorn. 2 very strong individuals, both fixed energies. Now, we've all got those fixed energies in our chart. So Sagittarius, you've got Aquarius somewhere in your chart, right? And Aquarius for you is your 3rd house. So it's the way you communicate. Looks like you're coming through as a matter of fact, or just being very calculative of, can this thing work out or not? And I don't know if there's a business deal here, doing business together, something related to what you desire and your money as well. And the King of Pentacles, Taurus, where the North Node is. So someone getting very uncomfortable, needing to make the changes, or going through radical changes related to freedom. Maybe freeing themselves up from a situation. doing something very unexpected. King of Pentacles, father, boss, CEO, manager, holds a very of great importance. Their money are very important to them, their stability. And we see the Ace of Pentacles here, the home, and we've got the Ace of Pentacles on the other person here. So that's six pentacles now. An unequal giving and receiving, but also an imbalance here, obviously. Let's take you. 10 of Cups. This is what maybe you were hoping for, but you were not communicating this. You wanted everything. The home, the bliss, the happiness. And I don't know if you're coming out of another relationship, and that word home comes up again for me. I don't know what that means for each of you. But 10 of Cups we know is also a cycle that has ended. Now this is maybe how you felt about them, but you were not open about it. And that's maybe what's going on here in the now. We'll take another card here, but let's look at the other side. We've got the Six of Swords. Six of Swords, leaving conflict behind and moving on to serenity. Someone maybe who travels, someone who also holds strong water in their chart. I don't know why I get the water, even though it's an air archetype, right? Six of Swords. Someone who's got a boat, someone who likes to go fishing. That's where they clear their mind. They love boating, so they've probably got water in their chart as well. Six of Swords is also someone who doesn't like conflict. They will check out of conflict. Let's take another card. So we've got the Emperor here. The Emperor and the King of Swords, very similar indeed, because they're both, I mean, the Emperor is logically Aries, but I see the Emperor as, and again, he's a number 4. I see the Emperor as someone very mature. So we've got that Saturnian signature as well as the Aquarian energy here. The King of Swords is just a lot of cold. I mean, we've got cold, hot, cold, hot. So you've had difficulties in deciding on something. The Emperor and the King of Pentacles are usually the same person for me. Many times I see them as very similar. And I don't know, because the energies sort of play between one side and the other. It could be that you wanted that stability, that house with that picket fence, someone to be, you know, to be there so that you could feel a certain security. The Emperor, that's what it is. There's a certain security with the Emperor, but the Emperor can also be quite controlling. So I don't know if you're dealing with someone that you may be going through divorce that was very controlling in your life. Again, we've got a masculine here. Let's have a look at the Six of Swords. And we've got the World card. So someone that's ready to take action, to transition towards more balance, to more happiness. Also closing up a major cycle, maybe a major cycle in their life, or maybe wanting to take, sort of check out and travel, sort of leave conflict and take some time out, travel the world or go on a holiday. The World card is an accomplishment. We see Venus here, who's always in the womb, but here she's practically ready to step out and go through a rebirth, a brand new beginning. This is a card of, it can speak to, accomplishing something, but also we could be talking about, again, someone that could be from a different area of the world. They hold different beliefs. And the World card, again, is also closing up a major cycle. Let's look at that Four of Pentacles. We've got the Page of Wands. This is a messenger that comes through, a message of passion, someone that's ready to go on that journey. It's the minor arcana of the Fool. One more, and the Nine of Cups. So a message comes through, which could be a wish fulfillment, possible wish fulfillment. Someone's ready to take action and do what makes them happy. Let's see what the possible outcome is. We've got the Five of Wands, so there is conflict here, but it's work being done. And many times it shows me, yes, it is conflict, but there's other people involved, or that you're not on the same page where communication and your desires. Oh my God. But the work, the effort being put in, you do get to come to an agreement. The soulmate connection, the Two of Cups. Let's agree to disagree. Even though we come from different areas of the world, we've got different beliefs. There's maybe an age difference, differences where your social standing is concerned. It looks like the heart, though, connects. Both hearts are very similar, feeling emotionally, that we can work this out. What's at the bottom of the deck? We've got Justice. So yes, it's very possible that someone is clearing out their life. Could be on either side, because we've also got a major ending on the side of the other person. And they've come from the Five of Swords, remember, which can be legalities. But also here, there's an ending on your side. As I said, you can always flip the energies. We've got Justice here, and we've got a full moon mid-month on the 16th in Libra. So something is ending. There's great karma. Justice is a very karmic card. It's talking about coming into balance and justice being served. There's the Ace of Swords, which can be cutting. It's difficult, it's challenging, but it's also victorious. So a decision maybe that's made that will bring balance, harmony, and justice. There's that Five of Swords. And the 6. And the 7, which is held by the Justice here. So Seven of Swords could also speak to stealth, sneakiness, maybe also strategy. We see a little bit of ego. In the past there was success, but then others entered. There was maybe some deception with that Seven of Swords energy that I'm feeling. It's coming through. Let's see what's going on with your karma dharma in the month of April. I'm going to say here is that it's as though you turn your back on others that are bringing conflict into your connection, whether they agree or disagree with who your loving partner and future commitment could be. You're turning your back on other people's opinions, I feel here. And we've got the Magician, which is very powerful. The ability to speak truth, to have a new beginning. You've got everything that you need here. The Magician can also be the trickster. You could be figuring out that someone was trying to pull the wool over your eyes. This is also very helpful, dear Sagittarius, as Mercury is the messenger, so he's bringing in truths. I mean, Mercury is, we know, the trickster, and he's bringing you clarity. He's just, as I'm doing your reading, he's connecting with the sun, which will bring a sense of healing and truth pertaining to true love connections. And the sun is in Aries, which is saying that someone is drawing up the courage to plant that new seed, to go on that new cycle. Even though there's There's challenging, the first week of April will be quite challenging. There's blockages, limitations, and a lot of frustration. But after that, it will be smooth sailing and very magical. And we know the magician has got the ability to make magic. Speaks to logic, it speaks to intelligence, it speaks to action, collaboration. Where are you emotionally in April? Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Full moon in Leo. That will, this has happened already a couple of months ago. So there was something pertaining to pride. We did see that six of wands before, which can speak to someone being successful, but also a bit of ego there. There it is. And on top of the 9 of wands, which the 9 of wands, we've got to see Scorpio and the death card here as well. And the 9 of wands is like someone being like defensive or like putting up a wall and needing that last stamina to end that burdensome cycle. 9s are endings, right? Let's see. I don't know if you've been dealing with another Leo, someone who's very prideful, Leo or Aquarius. I mean, the nodes are challenging these two areas of the chart, these two energies. So Leo is leadership, and we do see strong leaders here. Let's see. We've got show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius, full moon in Leo, full moon in Aquarius, which are both opposite each other. Full moon in Aquarius, my dear friends, will be happening August 12th, showing the world the real you, coming out of the darkness, coming out with your truth, completing maybe, because we know these two are fixed signs. So I do feel that you've been dealing either, you're letting go of an Aquarius or a Leo. It could be the same person, right? Because obviously they're opposite each other, so it's someone, it's personality plus their how they are towards relationships, right? So emotionally, 2 full moons, it means you're going through changes, major endings, letting go of pride and having the courage to move forward, taking charge, taking the initiative, the ability to create something pertaining to the heart, being very communicative and truthful, finding intelligent ways to overcome also your fears of intimacy, maybe, whether this is you or the other person. Let's look at love more closely. Let's make a little bit more space here. This is the Lover's Path Tarot. Now, in the extended, we'll be taking some angel answers, some Zabilas, some love written hand cards as well, and more tarot. The Justice card as the general energy is very significant for me. Why? Because we've got a full moon in Libra happening mid-month, so Justice will put things into balance. And where there's 3 people, there's imbalances as well, 3 or more. My goodness, triumph, and this is the World card. Look at that embrace. Because it's the World card, I do feel and we do see difference in color, the color of the skin. So obviously you may be dealing with someone that could come from a different heritage, different nationality. We've got the Queen of Cups here. Queen of Cups, very psychic, very intuitive. Queen of Cups, very open, very sacrificing to love, very nurturing. And we've got the Prince of Coins. The Prince of Coins is the Virgo energy. It's the Knight of Pentacles, which is very slow, strategic, takes forever though. Now we could have, and this, I did say this could be a same-sex relationship. It will not be the case for all of you, of course, as we've got a Queen of Cups here, of course, and we've also got an age difference. We've got a Queen and a Knight, so I did speak of an age difference. Could be different culture. We've got the Four of Swords here, which looks like they've checked out. We've got a couple here that are sleeping. The Divine Feminine has got a back turned to the Divine Masculine. There's been something cutting, something sort of checking out after a lot of love. Looks like the Divine Feminine, the more feminine person in this reading, because we've all got that yin and yang energy within us. The more feminine is more nurturing and more sacrificing, whereas the Divine Masculine, who is a little bit more immature, could be taking forever to come through with something long term. They're more grounded, more about can this work? Can this work in a practical manner? We've got the Two of Swords. So Two of Swords is a decision that needs to be made to move forward or not, because we see inaction with that Four of Swords. And for some of you, I mean, this could also be a motherly figure, the Queen of Cups. Mother, father, for others of you, I mean, we've got the Emperor here, who could be a father, right? Where I feel that there's grave differences between the two of you, and there's other people getting involved, whether it's a mother or a father. And the decision is very difficult. Going against the grain, going against traditions, I feel here. And we've got the Emperor here, Arthur and Genevieve. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Genevieve. Anyway, we've got the Empress and the Emperor sitting on the throne. This is something long-term, yes, and these are parents. So some of you that are of the younger generations have got parents that are stunting the growth of this relationship. And I feel that you're going to turn your backs on them. We've got the Nine of Coins. We've also got someone that's feeling very abundant, someone that knows their worth, someone that's very able to move forward on their own. They know that they've got the ability to take care of themselves. Again, this is Virgo. It's all about the details, right? Very hardworking, putting in a lot of effort. It does show a lot of happiness here, though. A lot of happiness that someone is free in the Garden of Eden, waiting for that person that will fill the void of loneliness, because financially they've got everything that they need. They feel very stable. What's missing is that emotional connection. And remember what I said, that there could be different financial standing, right, between the two people. And we've got the Seven of Coins, so being stuck. Seven of Coins is a difficult turn of events, maybe. Power. The card here is talking of power. It could be a form of control. It could be a form of control, or someone ready now to take the initiative, being very confident that they can offer stability. That's what the Emperor is all about. And with the Emperor, again, it relates to business. Remember, the Emperor shows only their sexual side, what they desire. They've got a reputation to protect, so they will not come through as soft-hearted and open emotionally. So for some of you, maybe this was difficult for you to open up, or you can, as I said, flip the energies. It could be the other person. I want to look at that Emperor. because he's looking pretty angry in this card here. But I'd like to look at this side here and see what that's about. So there's a choice here. There's a portal that opens either for separation, new beginnings, travel. There's opportunities that are coming through and a very important decision, but there's hesitation around it. There are the other people. The mice here it speaks to deficiency, emotional hardship pertaining to this opportunity to move forward or to make a choice. It can speak to other people and gossip as well, right? The mice is not an easy energy at all. It's an open wound pertaining to relationships. And there is the bear, which is very similar to either a mother or a father, someone who is trying to control a situation. It could be a mother. Or it's saying that someone is finally making a choice where before they were not. They had hardship in making a decision to move forward. They're making a choice to take action to provide that security. And we've got transition and change. There's the ship, and remember what I spoke of here. Someone likes to travel over water. Someone is transitioning emotionally. There's luck coming in. This is Jupiter and Sagittarius. So there's someone is departing, saying farewell, going on a voyage, deciding to take a trip, or also ready to take that, that journey and go on that adventure. So it will be different for each of you. And we've got a 3 here, and 3 is also the Empress, remember. So it does speak to expansion, growth, but also the ending of a cycle. Let's take some signs and symbols before we go on to the extended reading. This is a very different deck, which gives me a little bit more clarity on what's going on here. So we've got a dark, older, more mature woman here. For some of you, it could be a younger one. So under the age of 30 or over 30, 35 could be. We've got a meeting here, a secretive meeting by the night. There's also a lot of frustration where matters of love is concerned, or the ability to create. Someone's needed to be very patient for a secretive meeting or a get-together during the nighttime. And, the darker woman could also be a third person, a mother. That's very frustrating and blocking the, as I said, a motherly figure or a father. Doesn't matter. And we've got Pisces here. Pisces is illusion, disillusion, secrets. It's also very spiritual as well. Pisces is where, of course, Jupiter, Neptune, and Venus will be conjoining, so the magic can happen. There is the Sun, which speaks to clarity. It can speak to a lot of happiness and healing. Yep, it's this relationship is on the way up. It's succeeding. And here we've got the difficult door, the difficult portal, which is saying more effort needs to go into this, or psychologically this is not going to be easy. I mean, this could be a door that is like blocked. Many times it speaks to a courthouse or a hospital or a prison, feeling imprisoned because of illusions, because of deception, because of a lack of knowing. Let's take one more on that door. We've got a lighter, on the lighter side, a fairer male here, more than likely a bit older. On the older side, for others of you, I suppose it could be a younger. So I think I need a bit more information. It's interesting that this is a 5, and 5 is the Hierophant, so I don't know if this is This has got to do with blockages on your beliefs or something like that. We've got 2 divine masculine and 1 divine feminine here. So we've got the darker version of a divine masculine here. What's at the bottom of the deck? And we've got the card of paradise here. And we've got the church here, which can speak to religion as well. It's like, I feel like you're one step before, because it's a 9, which is the hermit. Some of you could be seeking advice on the blockages or just overcoming any obstacles, fearing the worst, seeking advice from a friend or another person who you trust in. Someone that could be very spiritual. All this is saying that someone needs to go through a divorce before they can come into this connection. I don't know what it means, but we've got an ace here, an ace which speaks to a possible new beginning. An ace is like the magician, so I don't know if this speaks to communication, anything like that. Anyway, dear Sagittarius, I just want to take, I'm actually going to take 1 Lenormand on that closed door, because I think I need a little bit more clarity. And you know, that closed door, that imprisoning door, is a number 49, which equals 13, which is a death, Scorpio. And we've got, it's someone's beliefs, or someone feeling as though they will not be able to manage this situation. I mean, the cross does speak to duties, convictions, burdens, and someone trying to brainwash you, change your mind. And again, it's a 9, 36 and 36. Interesting. You would know what that means for you. Anyway, I'd like to thank you so much for being here, for liking, sharing, commenting, and for subscribing if you haven't already. You can get the extended link beneath. Thank you so much for trusting in my readings, for being on Patreon, for considering joining us on Patreon, dear Sagittarius. I'm wishing you well. Thank you so much. We'll be looking into the extended. If this is your story, then, as I said, I will see you on the extended. Thank you so much, and happy April. Love and light. Ta-da.